G'day guys and girls, Big Matt here from MKM Touring Australia. Just a quick review on the Wolfbox 4K reversing camera and digital mirror. I bought one of these just to give it a try to see how it goes on my dual cab ute due to the fact that I actually can't see out the back of the tub. So let's do a quick unboxing of it, get it up and running and see what it looks like. Now this is the Wolfbox G900 unit, so it's got a 4K front camera and a 2.5K rear. Now I did buy it through the Wolfbox Amazon store here in Australia. You can actually buy it directly through the Wolfbox website itself. They're a US based company, but like all things of course, all made over in China for this unit. So it comes with, of course, the unit itself, which we'll go through shortly. Packaging for this one is pretty good actually, and all the accessory cables, cameras, GPS unit of course. They give you a little tool itself to open up your panels to get it on, some stickies, a couple of brackets. Now I did notice the camera on this unit alone actually is a fairly decent camera. It is a 2.5 rear, but it's actually a metal housing, so it's actually a die cast housing, so it is IP65 rated, they tell us. So we'll get it all installed, get it up and running and see what the quality of the camera actually is like. Hi guys and girls, welcome back. Now I have finished installing the unit itself. It did take me a little while to run all the cabling through the cab in the roof lining. Now the cable itself to go to the rear camera is just long enough to fit in a dual cab ute. So if you want a bit extra, make sure you do buy the rear camera extension wiring kit from Wolfbox themselves. That way you got plenty of cable to play with when installing. I also bought the hardwire adapter kit for this camera to get rid of the cigarette lighter socket unit they do have. If you want to just use that, you can, but mine's actually piggybacked into my fuse box in the cab itself. Please note that the connectors on that hardwire adapter kit are direct fuse replacements, and they're not a piggyback unit. So I actually had to cut them off to use a piggyback unit to actually install two fuses in one spot. So if you've got spares, that's great, but if you don't, just be aware that they actually do take up a full fuse spot. So what I'll do now is I'll actually pop out onto the road so we can get a better view of the front and rear cameras and how it operates, and a little bit around the function menu itself. Alright guys, stay tuned. Camera itself is a 2.5K reversing camera, and the front camera alone is a 4K, so it is a dual camera system. So we can go and have a look at the quick settings here. As you can see, it's a nice big, I think it's actually about a 12-inch mirror, so it's actually quite large. We can go through all different time settings, GPS settings, all built into this digital clock. So it has all the nuts and bolts that you really need. So if I go into the display, I can actually switch at the moment between front and rear cameras. So that alone, guys, is actually the front camera. As you can see, the car coming up turning, and that's it there. So it is quite clear, and it actually gives you quite good distance on that alone. So you can see the car going past and in the mirror itself. So it's quite good. We can easily switch between front and rear. Let's put that back on. So that is the rear. You can see the car going past now. The rear camera is also adjustable, so you can actually move the brightness on it on that side. On this side, if you touch it, you can actually scroll the camera up and down to get your preference settings for that. It does allow you to actually run both cameras at once if you choose to go that way. It's a preference that I probably won't use myself, but you can do that if you want while driving. Alright guys, so that's just a quick review of the G900 from Wolfbox. Please like and subscribe. Any questions, pop them down below and I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. Just a note guys, I did actually buy this full retail price myself through Amazon. This is actually my second unit, guys. My first unit arrived, hooked it all up, but the monitor wasn't working. So I actually purchased another one as a full replacement, and I'll be sending the first one back shortly. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.